Hi, I'm Dan Novy. I live in Gully, Minnesota now. Been a welder for the majority of my life. This is my wife Tina. We've got 4 kids total. I've got 2. She's got 2. Like to hunt, fish, hang out in the outdoors majority of the time. We moved up here a little over a year ago. Our plans was to buy the farm. We put in 300 Christmas trees, acre of strawberries, got some chickens going, had big plans. You know, we had it all set up for a future, looking good, and then found out in April that I had lung cancer. Plans changed drastically. I was at work and I coughed and something come up and it was blood. I said, I need to go in, we need to get this checked out. And we kind of knew in advance, you know, it was going to be cancer because chances are you cough up blood, there's something going on in the lungs. And then got checked out, got the CT scan. They came back with, yes, it is cancer. Our options at the time, the doctor said it was probably chemo and radiation, but then we did a few more tests, got the PET scan in. My doctor down there in Fargo said that maybe we could do surgery. So we went to Dr. Marks. He looked at it. After multiple testings, we determined together that surgery would be possible, but there'd be a lot of risk to it. They knew that they would have to take the whole entire right lung, and we did the tests for breathing and whatnot, and come back, you know, we had 35% of lung capacity. So he figured I'd be on oxygen the rest of my life. You know, we sat down and talked about it, and we decided to do the surgery and take the right lung.
Making a decision was not an easy choice, but going ahead with the surgery, I knew that he would have had more longevity of life by taking the lung out. If doing chemo or radiation, I knew it would have been more of a shorter time of life, and I wanted him around a lot longer.
August 16th, we went up to Fargo. We had the surgery done, but during that time, 4 hours elapsed, 5 hours elapsed. She was getting nervous and upset. She went up to the nurse's station and she says, "Where's my husband?" And they called back to the surgery room and said that Dan would be another hour and a half. So that was a 7-hour surgery total. She, at that time, got so upset she took my daughter back to the hotel and just broke down. They called her back saying that Dan's out of surgery. So she rushed back, and then I think she was pretty excited to see me with no oxygen on. And since the surgery, I've been walking around anywhere from like down to the chickens and back is 120 yards. I've walked probably a little bit further than that without any oxygen. There's no oxygen in the house for me. Been doing really good since then with just the one lung. So now I'm doing chemo in Boston, Minnesota, which is only a 20-minute drive, versus the 2.5 hours to Fargo. Essentia in Boston is a great place also. Great doctors, great nurses. That's where I'll take my last 3 chemo treatments. What really stood out about my care from Essentia was, number 1 is Amy. She was always on the phone with me. She gave me her phone number. I had any questions, I could call her. She made sure that my needs were met and whatnot. So I appreciated that. And then Dr. Marks was remarkable with the surgery. I can't thank him enough. I'm up walking around with one lung, and we all thought that I'd be on oxygen. When I talked to him up there on my first appointment after surgery, he was amazed how well I was doing. So Essentia did really great care for me.